plus Gangplank, plus Poppy to control team fights, Barrels, Nautilus. This is going to be a game where Morgan on the Akali will be the top Akali in mid-rise. Morgan will have to pop off, I think. They're going to have to use this Lee Sin pick to get kills early.
Move towards this Gangplank at all, and Kingen has played this champion for a long time now. His career has always intertwined with that of the Gangplank.
Yeah, we don't see too much of her in our region. Not very popular in solo queue either for the pros, from what I've been watching. But we'll see. As there's the Steadfast Presence first time.
Yep, that is the Goodnight Sweet Lee Sin type maneuver. Like that one a lot. There's Pyoshik, just throws out a Q for some reason, and doesn't have Steadfast Presence back.
Yeah, it's on a long cooldown.
Yeah, Zeka's going to need to move on over here, as I believe Pyoshik should be okay, but going to lose out on that trade. Q just barely not buffed enough. As far as range is concerned, it isn't going to find the mark.
And they do have two really nice control wards, actually, on the entrance to the Rift Herald, as well as one on top of the Rift Herald. So Umpty has covered that really, really well.
Oh, Barrel. That's actually really cute.
It's kind of funny, but also kind of sad.
Yeah.
Umpty's in the area. Pyoshik hasn't come down here. We'll see if they do commit.
Were you actually quoting Mad World, or...?
No, actually, I didn't think of it at the time.
Oh, okay, interesting.
I guess...
I felt like we had
maybe subconsciously.
I was like, oh, wait. What? Hang on a second. Zeka, I think he may have... Okay, there's a flash. Flash from Henna immediately. Get him out of the way. I would next time press R. If I was him, Zeka gonna move himself away. And with the fact that he's Poppy's topside, he's going to be okay there. As Morgan's going to rotate over and Pyoshik will be denied. Like a bit of opportunism, as Pyoshik thought that he might have an angle, but did not quite.
Umpty was able to get this prio away just from hovering mid for a moment, pushing Zeka back. They got the mid prio, they stopped this Herald. But the problem is, the longer this goes on, the more value Deft is going to get bottom side. And this is why the opposite is what I expected from Frederick Brion, because now Deft is like, yeah, just play it slow, I'm about to get some turret plates down here on the bottom side. Looks like at least one.
Wave will be, as Moonlight Vigil comes down, that's going to get the response ult out of Henna. Blade Call is going to come in. That's going to stop Barrel's advance. So that is 3 plates picked up by Shelly, so she does a very good job.
Yeah, well played here by Frederick Brion.
I thought you were going to say by Shelly, and I was like, yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it. This might be a battle, as Barrel has moved over, but no, of course it's not. Okay, Delight over to the side. Flash then a plate, straight up going to miss. Pyoshik as well, going to get tagged with a Q as Morgan and Umpty dive on top of him. Good stun, the ult comes through as well. Gravity Field comes down, and that is first blood at 17 minutes, and they are not done yet. The second kill comes in, and it's by the Gangplank. Oh dear, this is bad news for Frederick Brion. Even Kingen is starting to get rolling, and now Lava might be a little bit too far up. They can't do it though, right?
Kingen has teleport. He's backing right now to buy, and then I don't think you can actually start this, but they're looking for it.
Yeah, and Morgan is able to teleport in if he wants to as well. As Barrel's taking a fair bit of damage, Moonlight Vigil goes down. It is going to be Frederick Brion that grabbed the Drake. Deft trying to get some work done, but Barrel's just going to die. And DRX really just didn't really want much to do with that fight.
Yeah, DRX really dropped the ball on how they approached that too, because you're in a position where you can use the Gangplank teleport, because Kingen was high health, didn't even necessarily need to back, but he waited so long there. There was clearly an issue in terms of comms as to what to do in this situation. And Barrel, meanwhile, is just rolling on instincts, trying to push forward there and trying to zone them out, but he's very late in doing so. The Drake is already taken. He's out of position. He dies. There's no follow-up. So definitely a little bit awkward as Lava looks for the fight as Umpty comes up.
Yep, he's going to have to flash out of the way. Umpty's not going to be able to find the Q, and that was, yeah, not great for good old Frederick Brion.
Afraid of anything.
Well, Beryl is. He's afraid of Umpty and all of his friends coming on over, but Deft doing a lot of damage here as Umpty wants it, and Deft is just going to be able to get himself out of the way. Great cannon barrage as well to make sure that Delight can't go for any sort of re-engage as Zek is trying to book it over. And Pyoshik here in the nick of time. Lava comes down as well, but it is going to be Delight falling down. Deft played that one real nicely as Kingen is just going to give Lava a passing bullet.
Had to use his
teleport. Sometimes you
teleport.
just want to Everfrost.
Yeah, he had to use his teleport for this, and now Frederick Brion are in a position where they could have tried to use that Rise teleport to try to control these chokes and get the Drake prio, but because the wave is pushed so hard in mid, Lava has to go back there. So DRX absolutely should contest this. They should be looking to fight for this.
Yeah, Beryl might need to scout some flanks here. As you can see, Morgan off to the side. Good position to try and attack Deft. As Lava comes on in, there's the flash from Beryl, as they might just give up the Drake to get this kill onto the Rise. He does immediately go down, and now Pyosik in position as well. 4 versus 5, and they will deny the 3rd Drake of the game. DRX actually playing that one out beautifully. Lava caught completely unawares. Yeah. Going to be able to take control of chokes really nicely if they try and get in here, and DRX are just going to say, well, we still have a really big tool. Let's use it to potentially take this Baron.
Brion have like no damage.
Yeah, flash in from Delight. I just don't know whether he's going to be able to get enough done. Yeah, he just immediately pops. And Fred and Brion are like, yeah, but what are we supposed to do, man?
They don't have anything they can do. They have no damage. They can't even kill Beryl when he walks up to the front.
Well, Beryl's just going to flash. Featherstorm comes out, and there's the Cannon Barrage right on top of Henna.
And there's just no way for Fred and Brion to fight this unless they just all in. Unless Umpty tries to insect here. He doesn't have flash.
Oh, that triple barrel was massive. The Cannon Barrage coming down now as well. And the Leona is going to fall. The Baron still leashed. Pyosik gets back into the pit as Lava might need to flash the wall to try and do something, but he's not going to be able to do anything. No smite on the Rise, of course. And Umpty's still alive, but he's off taking some chickens right now as DRX, they get away with the Baron, and they take down Delight once again.
This is like a snapshot of the meta right now. Like, oh, you thought you could play a tempo-based...
And has to at least get an assist for every single kill that's coming up. As Zeka's just going to face check. Does manage to get his Zhonya's off as Pyosic's running on and in. There's the mini stun from the flash. The helicopter comes down, but there's the 2 assassins diving on in. Death grabs the kill on Umpty, though, as now Morgan staying in the Shroud, but I think he's going to have to for quite some time. The perfect execution comes down. They do manage to get that kill, but he will die immediately, and now Death has been unleashed and grabs the kill onto the Rise. They'll immediately head down towards this bottom lane. The Baron is still there. Henna slinks away, but it is still an advantage to DRX.
Really? He can sort of do things into what DRX are running. Like, the Rise is also scaling, just in a different way, and you know, not as powerful as the Victor, but just wanted to add that.
Well, there's the flash, and immediately the stun lock, but Featherstorm does come down. It's just not going to mean anything too much as Morgan dashes into the backline. Death tries to stay alive, but that stopwatch was unbelievable. He's still going to die because Umpty comes over the wall, but the rest of his team is still alive. Pyosik hunting for the Akali. As, Zeka's just going to teleport in, and they're going to finish this game. Man, it's so sad the Dev died there because he played that very, very well. However, DRX, they've still found the ending of this game as Kingen is just gigantic. Probably doesn't want to die to a turret, but he'll eat some oranges and he will absolutely BK. Morgan probably wins this fight, but I don't know whether the Nexus turrets win the battle here as Lava is going to get taken down. Kingen makes sure that he burns him as Morgan, fight it, man, fight it.
Pyosik has flash. He's going for the charge.
He's going to get stunned against the wall, and yep, the blast cone is there, but he's taking it with him. Oh, look at the best friends club. Absolutely adorable, but DRX do manage to take game 1.
In the grand scheme of things, 20.
Kingen just... Yeah, got a whole bunch of work done, shooting Akali over and over again. But yeah, you're right. Like, Henna did do a fair bit of damage, but...
And no, he's not.
There we go. Okay.
So the Jace here is lane dominance in the early game. A lot of extra damage to set up for the LeBlanc and the Lee Sin follow-ups. I really like it. We've seen so many drafts where there's a Gwen locked in a composition like this, and then they just pick Gragas, and we're like, okay, well, you have some good engage, very stable in the laning phase, not going to have a lot of problems there, but
target very, very effectively. So DRX, certainly a lot of tools themselves, but this is going to be a much closer game. You can already feel it.
Attention to it. Now they're heading over here. Pyosik is like, Morgan, where are you?
There's the flash, and Morgan's going to get knocked up, has to dash his way out, and he is just so dead. Oh, wow. Okay, so First Blood goes over to King, and that is so much earlier. That Wolf is 8 minutes before our First Blood in game number 1. The bad times are over just yet, as Pyosik, he's got Shelly in hand.
Now he's waiting.
This is going from bad to worse is what it feels like.
He's waiting to see if Umpty is actually going to come over here. He's still hidden. And he's just going to drop it right in front of the turret. Umpty is here.
Yeah, that Q is actually real nice. As he's going to get the kick just to make sure. Oh, the charge does actually come in, and now Morgan's going to get taken down. Kingen, really beautiful opportunistic play. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of the map, Delight is going to flash to get himself out of the way. Good devour there onto the Jinx, but some time is being bought here by Delight. He managed to land the hook onto Deft as Beryl eats the Greyhound, flashes the rocket. Damn, those Tom Kench mechanics were taken by Fred Brion the whole time.
It could be the most perfect of perfect games.
No, that's what I mean. That's why I said the perfect game situation, because Like, that's what you want to see, is Beryl's going to ruin that for us. Doesn't have Flash, remember, and does have some gray health. Going to get interrupted, though, and goodbye, perfect game, and say hello to a kill to Henna as well.
It didn't work out this time. As Pyosik. Ooh,
decent sidestep there as Def going to find the Moonlight Vigil, flashes in, knows that he can pick up the kill. As in the meantime, Zeker is going to get obliterated by so many members of Fred Brion. And he's like, nah, but let's have a look at this one. This one's
Gale Force into activating the Q to get the Gravitum, and then just immediately ults the roof.
Yeah, and then flashes in range of the Infernum Q as well. Oh, that was sick.
And then I'm going to watch this moment where Zeker gets a little bit ahead of himself.
Just so dead.
That's all right. It happens to the best of us. And when we talked about the losses, right, you know, we might not have a whole lot of time to narrative here, there's a big rotation up.
We are hurting the Gargoyle, as it turns out, as Zeker gets out of the way of Lava. He's going to get stunned up as Umpty dives on in. Zeker in a little bit of trouble here as Beryl eats one of them, not entirely sure which, is now Morgan and Kingen have found each other, and Kingen's just desperately trying to group back up with his team. Lava's trying to get out. Umpty's off to the side here as Beryl dancing on in. Still at very low health, but the kill is going to come through. That shock blast hit for about 1 billion. And now DRX are still closing on in. It's only Umpty that is dead. And Morgan, the defense come through.
Morgan is like, let me go mid. I'm going to try to pull them out. But look at these shock blasts for Kingen. It's amazing what he's been able to do with this champion. They have 2 full waves of minions pushing through, grabbing that turret. The light.
Oh dear. Zeker might be in trouble again, but he does manage to go back to the first distortion. Really nice stuff as still gets stunned up and destroyed, but Lava, I think, may have just sacrificed himself for it. Def kills Jinx again. Not entirely sure how that even happened, but someone is going to kill Lava as well as DRX are chasing after all of these, and that's a Gwen getting absolutely obliterated by an Aphelios who's just chilling out by himself, and now Umpty finds himself the only man alive.
And just kind of walk it out as grouping up here.
Ow. Thanks for the
Delight's like
strong.
Delight's using his lantern to make sure that Kingen knows just where to aim.
He's like,
he like puts the lantern in the King. It's like, let me follow that.
Is the owie in here? Yes, the owie's in here. Owie.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he was.
He's just like, let me aim this shock blast for you.
Well, Morgan's going to dive on forward. Let's see whether we actually get an ult out of the Galio. We do, but it doesn't find any knockups. The rest of DRX all just back away as Morgan's going to get taken down. In goes Pyosik. It's a decent taunt, but he's able to get himself out as well. Big teleport to come through here from Kingen. Just to lock up these minions. Pyosik wanting to find an angle. Zeker as well, still playing back, and Henna tanks the shock blast. That will equate. Yeah, I think Deft has had enough space drawn by the rest of his team in order to keep him alive.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, even though he's not finding big damage or executions is often putting himself at risk, like the job is being done.
Zoom. I was scared for a second.
As they're walking down the top side of the map.
That's a lot of defensive vision here from Fred Brion. They might have actually created enough setup here to give them an opportunity. Zeker's going to push in, and I think DRX are just waiting for the information that they require. I like this. Good patient play. There are a couple of flank wards. Lots of flank wards, in fact.
One is able to time out, just out of range of those control wards, so they think there's nothing there. There's the teleport.
There it is. So Gwen coming into the back line. As now Umpty looking for that opportunity. Kingen's going to get engaged on, but there's the Devour. Interruption on the Abyssal Voyage, and now Kingen. Can you get enough damage down? Can you stay alive? Oh my god! The Aphelios damage is disgusting! Deft is able to lock down 2. Can he go for a Penta is the question. Mini stun to the wall. Good night, Gwen. And that is going to be Zeker tidying that one up. And DRX, I think, should just be able to keep pushing this one forward with all of the inhibitors dead. I think the Nexus is soon to follow.
Yeah, they don't even need to push the top inhibitor down with these minions pushing through bottom. That is going to be the end of this series.
Yeah. So cute from Pyosik. Didn't have a kick, of course. Now Henna's going to get put on a leash. Throws out a rocket, and Def tanks it willingly. Takes a fair bit of damage from the zap there, though, as there's a flash out as Lava looking for some damage onto Beryl. The Flay goes back. Just focus on the Nexus, guys. May as well win the game. That could be a lot of fun, as Zeker is going to be able to grab a kill before they end it. And that will be that. 14-4, and DRX.
Good at.
Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it?
Yeah.
We knew it. He's back.
He's back.
Pyosik is back. Then a Gwen is something that's likely to happen, but the gold graphs have looked extraordinarily similar in these last 2 games. DRX really just laying a beat down onto Bro in this game. And
Thank you very much, guys. This is Season with the POG interview translation, joined by Daft Zeka from DRX. Congratulations! You guys are definitely turning the tides around. After the first victory, you guys are continuing the winning streak. How do you feel? Yeah, we had 3-match losing streak, but we are now finally on a winning streak. So I'm so happy and hope we can get another win next time. And Zeka, you won POG last time, and also you won the POG today as well. Or you're fully adjusted to the new league, LCK. Yeah, I think so. So I think I have to keep improving from now on. And Deft, DRX was able to very fast in terms of changing the atmosphere in the team. Well, during the losing streak, even though our players are very talented, we're not able to show anything at all. So I was so sad. It felt so bad. But I think everyone individually are slowly improving their mechanical level, and also our teamwork is getting better as well. Is it also the confidence boost after getting the first win? Yeah, because we are having good results in scrims, but after we had a lot of losing streak in the LCK, we kind of all lost confidence. But after that first win, we regained our confidence. And I think Deft, your role as a captain, as a leader in your team was also very significant. Piozik last time in an interview said, you gathered up the players and had a long talk and communication. It wasn't really that, big, Those kind of thing always happened in different teams where I was at in the past. So based on that experience, I knew that, having communication is really important. And also before everything gets too dire, I just wanted to have more kind of a talk in between the players. And Zeka, you had fantastic draft in game number 1. You had undefeated Poppy secured, and then we had GP coming out from DRX as well. Yes, Kingen didn't really practice GP, but he was so confident they could just pull it off. And he was pretty sure that Rise will be his lane opponent. Daft. In game number 1, the opponent AD carry used Airy Xayah. What do you think about that? I mean, I've seen it a couple of times in scrims as well, so I thought that was pretty viable. But compared to our draft, I think Xayah, doesn't matter how fast she gets, our comp was way better. So once I saw it locked in, I was feeling so comfortable. And not many people actually built Everfrost on Victor, which was your itemization in game number 1. So could you break down your item build? Victor, he's a damage carry, so he has to build Ludens or Leandries, but this time around, I just trusted Deft will do all the damage, so I just wanted to take aggro and take damage and use Everfrost to counter whenever the opponents are trying to collapse on me. So I was looking for that CC combo. And indeed, your combo with the Everfrost was really on point. And also, I want to ask you about the Zhonya's as well. Your just stopwatch was so on point. I mean, same, Even if I die after using my Zhonya's, I was pretty sure that Deft will just pick up all the kills. I was feeling so comfortable, so I was able to play like that. Me too, I have the same mindset whenever Zeka is very fed in game, so I think I can feel him. Moving on, in game 2, we had Tom Kent locked in as a counter into Jinx Thresh comp of the opponent. Was that something you guys prepared for this patch? We didn't really practice that much, but still, I mean, we were just so confident on that pick, and we thought that pick was looking really good against the opponent's comp. And you also blind picked Aphelios, one of the top tier champion in the bottom lane. How do you rate this pick right now? I mean, this champion definitely has some counter picks, but still, it's a very good blind pick or first pick champion. And today, you also got a solo kill on Hannah's Jinx. How did you calculate everything? So I had Gale Force completed, so once I could just spot him, I knew that I would just get the kill. I guess Deft was able to see the right angle at the right time. And your next opponent will be Nongshim Red Force, another team on a really good winning streak right now. I think Nongshim, every laner, does fantastic job in lane. So I think we really have to, prepare hard for that matchup. You'll be playing against BDD. Are you confident? Yes, I am. Looking forward to seeing some mid lane competition going on in that match. And Deft, you'll be playing against Ghost, a former partner of Beryl. I mean, even in scrims, whenever we get to play against Nongshim, we always mention that, Ghost versus Beryl kind of situation. So I want to make sure that we can grab the win in that matchup. And this will be the end of the interview from Deft Zeka from DRX, and I'm going to pass it back to Faldas and Chronicler. Thank you.